second thing that we need to focus on is to exercise our own willpower. Okay, so that's the beauty of what God gave us. He gave us our willpower. We have a right to choose what we want and what we don't want, which is beautiful if we know what we want. So we need to exercise that. I want us to focus on our willpower when it comes to us before we can get into the whole workplace. I want us to focus on us. So you need to know what you want and what you don't. You need to have a stand as a person, okay? And I'm not saying something that is infringing on somebody else. Like, I'm not talking about like selfish things. Like you want your own way and you don't care what who says what, or you don't listen to other people's ideas or suggestions. You just want your own solution. I'm not talking about that. No selfishness. Like I say, in a workplace, we're working on a common goal. So we need to work together. So I need to know that, you know what, I I am a peaceful person and I prefer people to approach me peacefully. Okay, I don't like to fight. Okay, I'm not a fighter. I'm a peaceful person. So if a person comes and they're fighting and they're swearing at me, I'm not gonna stand for that. I don't take that. I'm not fighting back. I won't fight back, but I'm not gonna take it. So it's either you're gonna talk alone and the matter won't be resolved, because I am not going to talk back and be like, hey, in your face the way you're doing, or swear back at you. I'm not gonna do that. So I know myself. I know that I am respectful, and I prefer people to approach me in a respectful manner. Likewise, so you need to know what it is that you are standing for, and stand. Don't be tossed around by every wind just because this one says this one is not a good person. Then now you believe them and you start treating that one bad. No, no, don't do that. Um, make your own decisions, your own choices. You have a right. It's your birthright to choose to exercise your own willpower instead of going along with what someone else is saying, because tomorrow when that person you are following changes their minds, now you're changing your actions as well. So know where you stand and stand. The other thing when it comes to exercising our willpower is to understand our limits, if I can put it that way, our weak points and our strengths. If you tend to be too emotional, find a way to help you grow emotionally so you can reach a point of emotional intelligence rather than to be controlled by your emotions. For example, if something doesn't go your way, don't just get angry and go crazy. Find a way to learn to control your emotions. You understand what I'm saying? For example, there are people who are saying, this is how I am. If somebody talks bad to me, I'm going to, be in their face and I'm going, this is who I am. There's no such thing as this is who I am when it comes to the mind and the heart, our thoughts and our emotions. These are things which can be controlled. These are things which can be, that we can grow in. We can change them. It's our willpower, like I said. We can control these things. So we need to learn, find a way to learn how to um, position our thoughts right and how to control our emotions. We need to get to a point where they work with us rather than they controlling us. So we need to find a way of understand, like when something bad is happening or something we don't like is happening to us, we need to acknowledge that feeling and be like, oh, okay, I see, I don't like this. Now, how? Instead of just acting from that, because that emotion of like something is not right, I don't like this, the way this person is talking to me, that is information to you. It's not a trigger to react. It's information to say you don't like this. So now you need to put your emotions with your thoughts to say, now, what do I do with this information? I don't like this. Now, what do I do? Do I excuse myself from this conversation, take a walk and come back and talk to this person? Or do I go report them? Or, am I in the right space right now to confront them respectfully? You see, so we need to use our perspectives in a good way. And that starts with us exercising our willpower. Okay. Another way of exercising our willpower is to make sure that our environments are good. You see, what I mean is, if there's something happening between you and someone, when you make sure that your environment is good, it's either you confront them and try to resolve the situation, and if everything goes well, the situation will be resolved and the atmosphere will be better. And in time, the atmosphere will be restored and everything will be Gucci, right? Now, if things don't go well, you will try and resolve it, and the other person might reject you and might not be ready to resolve. It's fine. At least what you did is you were proactive in making sure that the work environment is okay. If it's not, it's okay. If this person doesn't want, it's okay. You will then be in a position to move on because you did what you had to do and your gesture was rejected. So you move on from that situation. When that person is ready, they will come and say whatever, and you both move on. Or they catch up with your moving on. But if they don't come, it's okay. Move on. Avoid things like holding grudges and, always fighting, always remembering what they did, always playing it in your mind over and over, because it doesn't help anybody. It makes you not be free in your environment. So learn to move on. Learn. Okay? For some people, forgiving doesn't come naturally, but it's something you decide and you learn. Forgiveness is not a feeling, it's a decision. Okay, so you decide. You have a will, exercise it, choose to move on, choose to forgive, and choose to create a good environment for yourself and for other people as well. Okay. Growing in life strong and deeper and grounded in your word.